Hello, ladies. Fancy meeting you here. Okay, so this is the big ambitious ambassadors call. And I know that I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, but I just really want to streamline this and make sure that we all know what it entails. We all know what to expect, and we all feel comfortable and excited, and we know what we're getting ourselves into. Okay, so Ambitchious ambassadors, what is it? So right now, our main goal is to sell and serve and give value for all of the women from all across the globe that sign up for Ambitchious Academy, right? Ambitchious Academy launches January 3rd. Ambitchious Academy is going to be like a semester at school. It's going to launch 3 times a year. So we're going to have these kind of breaks in between the semesters where you're going to be showing up, talking about Ambitchious Academy, talking about your experience working with me, working with all things ambitious, etc. So there will be different times to obviously show up and be marketing and selling and just really like being an ambassador for the ambitious movement, right? But there's going to be other opportunities as well to sell other things. Okay, let me just let some people in to sell other things. So there may be weeks that Kim and I will reach out to you and say like, hey, this week the product is maybe swag or book club, or we're going to be creating A28P. We're going to be making it 100% virtual and automated. We're going to be creating new moon and full moon rituals. We have like a lot of really cool things coming up in the next couple of months. But right now, the main focus is showing up and creating a lot of excitement for Ambitchious Academy. Okay. I am not so hell-bent on people being ambassadors that have 1 million followers on Instagram, because, I work with a lot of companies and they pay you because at a certain level, because of your followers, right? The people that are, following you on Instagram, that are your Facebook friends or whatever. I don't really care about that so much. I more care about people who are really serious about how much they love Ambitchious. Because let me tell you something, if you have 5 friends or 5 coworkers that you work with and you get those people to sign up, you do not have to post, you do not have to do anything, right? Word of mouth, in my opinion, is still it's the most real form of marketing. Because if I'm your friend and you tell me, oh my God, you have to do this Ambitchious Academy, this is like the most incredible thing, it changed my life. Who gives a shit if you have 1 million followers on Instagram? Like, that doesn't really get me going. Now, obviously, if you do have a good social media presence, it'll definitely help you. But I'm not like another company or companies that I work with that are like, you have to have a certain amount of people following you on Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So Kim and I have created all of these really cool prompts and marketing ideas and ideas on how to show up, how to sell, how to market, not only on social media, but also using word of mouth. So if you're like, oh my God, I'm not like a really good salesperson, or I don't understand social media, I have a hard time with it, Kim and I are really going to help you. So if you already have your own business, not to like do a little side shuffle over here, but if you have your own business, if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, like, this is not only just going to help me and make money for you, but it is going to help you learn more about marketing. So a lot of people are like, oh my God, this is like such a great opportunity because I'm not really that social media savvy. I'm not really that good of a salesperson. I'm not really that great at marketing, which I really do believe like some people just have like a knack. They're just like amazing salespeople, right? Like, you ever meet these people that like you're walking in the mall and they spray you with shit, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'll buy everything you have, It's like, I'm the biggest sucker when it comes to shit like that. If like someone's an amazing salesperson, or like, when you're out to dinner and the waitress or the waiter is like selling this special to you and you're like, oh my God, like salivating in your mouth, it might not even be that good, but they made it seem like, the moon was rising and the sun was setting over this plate of food. We're going to teach you how to be better. Okay. And not in a sleazy way. And that's another thing too, is a lot of people think like marketing and sales are sleazy, or, you know, you may have some money things that you're going through. You may have some like lack stuff that you're going through, and it's really hard for you to sell. I really truly believe that if you love something and you really feel in your heart that it changed your life, it's so much easier to talk about than if you're being just like, oh, I'm just getting paid for this, you know? Like all the things that I sell, for instance, like Purium or Butcher Box or Peak Tea or any of these things, like all these things that I sell, and I get like a very small, or Life Boost Coffee, I get a very small percentage of those sales. But guess what? I would be drinking it and eating it and doing it even if I didn't get paid. And that's the freaking beauty of it all. Joe says, yes, my husband's so mad at me. Yes, later for buying me a Kirby vacuum because the young salesman was so good. Oh my God. And you hate the vacuum, but you loved him. He was a good ass salesman, right? Oh my God, totally. And not everybody has that. Like they're not born with that. So we're going to really help you in that arena. So we're also going to have a private group in Mighty Networks just for Ambitchious ambassadors, where I am going to be doing monthly meetings for everybody, kind of like motivational meetings, talking about sales with you guys, inspiring you. If I'm having any different products or you know, things that we're selling, you're going to be the first to know. And Kim and I are going to really teach you how to show up and how to talk about the thing that you are selling. We're also going to have some really cool, fun prizes and some contests. So like we'll have like, you know, a saleswoman of the week, and I will be giving you beautiful gifts and experiences because I don't know, I just like to have fun, you know, and you guys deserve it. You work so hard. And a lot of you have already been talking about Ambitchious for so long. And I feel like now it's my turn to show up and give back to each and every one of you. So what does this entail? So let's just say Ambitchious, I'll just use Ambitchious Academy because it's like the easiest thing to talk about. Let's just say that Ambitchious Academy, this is what it costs, is $2,444.44 to do the program. Okay, just using this as an example. We're going to have a sliding scale of sales. So let's just say you sell between 1 and 10 spots for Ambitchious Academy. You're going to make 10% of that profit. Okay, so that ends up being $2,444 for selling 10 spots. But if you sell between the 1 and 10, you get $244.44 per person that you sign up. So what happens is, like, let's just say Joanne signs up 3 of her best friends. Okay, because she's in that 10% bracket, she will have three friends sign up. At checkout, they will put her name, like who referred you to this program. They'll put her name, and then we're going to track it all in the back end. And at the end of the month, we're going to cut a check for you. Okay. And that's going to be your sales check for the month. So let's just say that Joe sells 3 spots for Ambitchious Academy. She's in the 10% sales bracket. That means she makes $733.32 for selling those 3 spots. Okay. Now let's just say that Becky comes and she sells 11 spots. Okay. So she's in the next tier. She's in the next percentage bracket. Okay. So she sells 11 spots of Ambitchious Academy. So it ends up being a 12% cut because now she's in this higher sales bracket. Okay. So 12% of $2,444.44 ends up being $293.33 per sign up. So let's just say that Beck sells 11 spots. Okay. So she's going to make $3,226.63 for her signups. Okay. Now, if Kathleen sells, let's say 21 spots, okay, she sells 21 spots. Now, 21 to 30 spots is the 15% sales bracket. So let's just say that Kathleen sells 21 spots at $300 and $66.66. So she sold 21 spots. So she ends up making $7,699.86. Yes. Okay. Now, let's just say Kim, okay, since we're all here, Kim sells 31 spots. That means now she's in the highest bracket of a percentage. She makes 20% of all of her sales. Okay. So Kim sells 31 spots at $488. She ends up making $15,128. Okay. Now, you're probably like, holy shit, I don't even like that many people. How am I going to sell this? I need a drink. It's just water, I swear. Parched from all the sales talk. But here's the deal. If you're showing up and you're selling Ambitchious Academy for this January 3rd launch, right? You have the next 8 weeks, give or take, to sell, to show up, to talk about Ambitchious Academy, to share your experiences, to post on social media, to tell a friend, to have your own lives on social media, on Facebook or Instagram, and talk about your experience working with me, working with Ambitchious, how Ambitchious has changed your life, right? I mean, so many people right now are like, oh man, I wish I could just like make a little bit of side money. Like, this is not side money. Like, I don't know about you, but I would like to make an extra $15,000 in a month. You know, I was talking to my friend Maureen Hancock. If you guys know Maureen, she's this famous psychic medium, right? And I was telling her about Ambitchious Academy, and she's like, could I be an ambassador? And I told her about this. We were having just a side conversation on the phone the other night. And she's like, bitch, you're telling me you're going to pay me more money than I make working all night doing a reading. I'm like, yeah, why not? Because if y'all making money, I'm making money. And I really feel like, especially now after everything that we've all gone through in the last almost 2 years, like if we're still here, we're still standing, we should be wealthy and abundant and living our best lives, period. And I'm very abundant and I am already living my best life. So like, why not share it with all of my Ambitchious who already go out there and talk about Ambitchious, the movement already, and maybe do it just out of the goodness of their heart. So wouldn't it be nice just to talk about it from the goodness of your heart and get paid? So that's why I created Ambitchious Academy. So what we're doing right now is, I know some of you guys have already signed up, but on Ambitchious, the app on Mighty Networks, there's a little document that you guys have to fill out. And it just asks a couple just really easy questions. And then what Kim and I are going to be doing is, by the end of the week, we're going to be choosing all of our Ambitchious ambassadors for the next round of Ambitchious Academy. And once you come on as an ambassador, you're an ambassador, right? So it's not like you're just going to sell this one time and not, and then go bye-byes. What's so great is once we go into the first round, the first semester of Ambitchious Academy, you guys then have January, February, March, and April to sell for May's launch. Does that make sense to you guys? So now you have 4 months to sell for a launch that will happen in May. And then the second semester is May, June, July. We take a month off in August, and then our next semester is September, October, November. So you guys have in between, after this round, we'll have at least 4 months to sell and show up and serve and talk about the next round of Ambitchious Academy. Now, in between what you're selling for Ambitchious Academy, there's going to be other things that we're going to be selling, right? We're having a huge swag sale coming up in a couple of weeks for Thanksgiving, like Black Friday, because I created a whole new line of swag. So it's like we're getting and the old swag is still dope, but I always like to do new shit. You know how I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a big swag sale for Black Friday. Or when we have, Ambitchious in 28 become an automated program, which is going to be very different than how you all have experienced Ambitchious 28. I might say, hey guys, like, show up this week since we're not really selling Ambitchious Academy right now. And here's another opportunity to sell, Ambitchious in 28 or a new moon sound healing or our Bitchapalooza, or we're having a one-day event called Ambitchious Kickoff 2022 that's going to be happening on January 8th. Right? So that's $644.44 for the day. So if you sell those, same exact thing, you get a 10, 12, 15, and 20% cut depending on how many spaces that you sell. Kathleen saying, where is the document? So the document, if you go into Mighty Networks, there's two places it would be. One, it's at the top of Mighty Networks. It'll be like those little saved boxes. Let me just open it, and I want to make sure I'm not lying to you because sometimes I fib. Yes. So if you go to the main page in Ambitchious in Mighty Networks, if you go up to the top, there's these little boxes. The podcast is up there. The Ambitchious Academy is up there. Ambitchious Ambassador is up there. All of it is up there. So when you tap on it, here, I'll just open it right now. There's a little video, and then you could fill it out right then and there. Exactly, like the pinned picture. Exactly. So it's just like in Facebook, how you can like pin a post to the top. It's the same thing in Mighty Networks. Hi, Sharon. Fancy meeting you here, sister. Hi, Lovey.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
Oh, don't apologize. You get here. God wants you to arrive. No, I don't care. Okay, so if this is interesting to you, sign up, fill out the document. Kim and I are going to read through all of the applications, and we're going to be choosing in the next couple of days a good handful of really strong ambassadors. And then we'll just start, giving you all the prompts to start selling, to start showing up. It could be different, Kath, on Android than Apple. I have an iPhone. I don't have an Android. It definitely could be. I feel like all of that kind of stuff is different on Apple compared to, but also on like your laptop or your computer, it might be easier to find there. If Kim is here, I know she's here, but I don't know if she's busy right now. Kim, if you have a chance, could you tag Kathleen in that post? Okay, Kim says she'll tag you, Kathleen, in that post, just so you don't have to look for it, honey. Okay. Does anybody have any questions so far about anything? I know like some of you guys have heard this spiel before. Some of you guys have never. I'm just really grateful. Some of you guys will hear it later. And if you're here later and you're watching the recording, feel free just to ask questions under this video. I always come back on the app and always answer your questions. So no big deal on that. This is a really big opportunity though, like a very, very, very large opportunity. And like I said, I don't mind sharing my moolah with you guys because you already do so much for me. And I just want to give more opportunity and more affluence and more abundance to all of the girls who have always just stood by my side and always talk about Ambitchious the movement, the podcast, the book. Don't think I don't see you. I see everything that you guys do. I might not respond and like say things on every little thing, but believe me, I'm like Santa Claus. I'm like Katie Claus. I see you when you're sleeping and I know when you're awake, and I appreciate you all so, so, so much. Okay, good, Kath, that you got it. That's awesome. Trying to think what else. Let me just run over okay. So we talked about pretty much our expectations. So like I said, you don't have to have 1 million followers on Instagram. I have a lot of people that I know who are very famous and they have millions of followers on social media, and they do not make a dime with their following because no one shows up to purchase from them. So I have friends that are always, selling some shit and no one ever buys from them. So numbers do not, like, it doesn't make me horny. Like, I don't care how many followers you have on Instagram. I don't care how many followers you have on Facebook. Because honestly, a lot of you probably just have really like down home people that trust what you say and listen to you. So, if you have 100 friends on Facebook or 1 million, they're going to listen to you. So I'm not really worried about numbers. I am more concerned about like how you're showing up and how you are talking about Ambitchious. And Kim and I, if you guys feel stumped, we will help you with all of that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, the sales are pretty easy, right? Kim says, nope, you probably have a more authentic influence over people than someone with 100,000 followers. Absolutely. So think about it. Like on Instagram, I have about, I don't know, 46 or 4,700 followers on Instagram. But see, the thing is that at least a certain percent every month turn into someone who's purchasing something from me, right? So for me, it's like, I don't really care if I have 100,000 followers, because that does not equal money. It doesn't equal sales. And I actually think a lot of people who have a lot of followers, like a lot of the people who are their key people, don't end up seeing their shit, because there's so many people involved in their, I know this is like a little technical, but there's so many people involved in their algorithm that they get lost. Like I have, friends that have millions of followers on Instagram, and they always see my shit. They always are commenting on it. And I never see their stuff ever. I have to actually leave my page if I want to go see what they're posting. So none of that stuff really does it for me. I care about, like, exactly what Kim just said, authentic influence, right? So like, for instance, like when you are doing Ambitchious 28 and you are posting your pictures and you are showing up and you are talking about, like, I feel like $1,000,000, I'm off all my medicine, I've released 50 pounds, I don't have to, I don't have this rash all over my body every day, whatever it is, I'm telling you, people listen to that shit. And you are inspiring to them and you're expanding them, because you're showing them like, hey, I'm just like you and I could do it. You can do it too. Right. So obviously what we are marketing and what we are being ambassadors for right now is Ambitchious Academy, because that is like the big flagship thing that we're doing right now. Exactly, Joe. You got to be the lighthouse girl 100%. But there are going to be many other opportunities to make even more money. So I'm just saying, like, with that percentage, that's just like scraping like the surface. There's going to be so many other things that we're going to be giving you all and educating you all on these new products that are coming out, and even some old stuff that we're kind of revamping and like just reconfiguring, like Ambitchious 28, like the book club, like Bitchbox, like the book, like swag, any new programs that are coming out over the next couple of months. Even when Kim and I finalize the Ambitchious coaching certifications, like all that stuff, it's all going to be part of what you guys can sell. So I'm looking so forward to this. I think this is going to be such a fun opportunity. And you guys really would be like my right-hand people. So I'm going to be always talking to you guys. We're going to be having monthly meetings, virtual meetings, just like talking about, okay, how are sales? Where can we do better? What are we struggling with? How can Kim and I help you more, kind of thing. So it is going to be a really, really cool and fun way to, get the word out even more about Ambitchious, and in turn, make some cold, hard cash and be more wealthy, more abundant, and be the rich bitch that God put you here to be, period, exclamation point. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything that you feel that I could ask? Feel free to, either you can unmute yourself and ask, or you can type it in the chat, whatever feels good to you.
Hey.
Hey girl.
How are you?
Hi.
So I feel well, I'm totally excited for everything that you're doing. First of all, I've been like lurking behind the corner
It happens to all of us.
Like, hey, what's going on over there? Like watching my emails come through. I'm like, that's
Yes.
cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm listening and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like I've done the Goddess Gathering and I got to be there for the launch of your book. And I was, at that whole brewing point, and things got weird. So I'm listening and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know if I necessarily have these firsthand experiences to promote adequately enough, but I feel like for me, my experience was the network and the conversations that took place and the feelings that I have.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, I mean, I guess does that make much of a difference, do you
No,
think? I mean,
no, I don't think it makes a difference at all. So number one is, if I were to say anything that has never worked like in a program sense with me, like you've never done like a protocol or a program, totally fine. My first advice to you would be to watch the Ambitchious Academy video, just
Yep.
to see like all the things it entails. But if you've read the book Ambitchious, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you read Ambitchious, you can speak on Ambitchious Academy, because really when you're marketing and you're selling, I trust, and this is just my personal opinion, I trust people who speak from their heart. You know, they tell a story, and I love the hero's journey. This is like, I always say, like, it's all about the hero's journey. So it's like, this is where I was in my life. I was struggling with these things. Then I came across this thing, i.e. Ambitchious, the Goddess Gathering,
Yeah.
like all the things that you've done with me over the years. And this is how I changed my life. And this is how I continue to change my life. And, you know, you can talk about like the podcast, you can talk about all these things, and then say like, and if this is something that resonates with you, like if you're in a place that maybe I was in a year or two ago, like this could be for you. She has this amazing Ambitchious Academy. It's a 3-month program. And you can, like I said, you could watch the video all about Ambitchious Academy to get more information and just sell it like that. I don't think that you have to have taken the academy to talk about the academy. You know, I really don't. I think that people want to hear like where you were at and who you are today, and how you continue to work on yourself using the tools from Ambitchious, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got some good stuff in the makings from Ambitchious, so it should work fine. Okay, cool.
Absolutely. And a lot of women on here, like Sharon, who you can't see her face right now, but Sharon, she has done only healing sessions with me.
Yeah.
Right. So she can speak in a very different way, right? This is where I was. I started doing healing sessions with Katie Boyd. Like it changed my life in these ways, yada, yada, yada. But like I said, you could also watch, and I actually would like anyone who is here now, or who maybe is watching this like after the fact, like go to that Ambitchious Academy video and watch it in its totality, just to get a flavor of like what it's really going to be like. Because honestly, it's going to be so freaking fun. And I think that, and I said this on my Ambitchious Academy call, like I think people are really craving fun and light and like happy right now, because I think, as we all know, like it hasn't been that way in the last like year and a half, you know? So, but that's a really great question, because I know not everybody that's going to watch this video have worked with me in that capacity, and that's totally fine. I think people just want to see like how you took these tools that I teach and made your life better. And that's social proof right there, if I've ever seen it, you know. Joe says, I believe if you have had an experience and resonated with Katie to where she has influenced and changed their lives, can speak on it. I agree with that. I really, truly do. And also, you know, just being on the app and being around this like amazing community of women, like just live. Yeah. Right, Kath. It's like, just living it. And so many of you are already like, hey, have you ever listened to the Ambitchious podcast? Hey, have you ever read the Ambitchious, the book? Hey, have you ever done it? Like, do you know this girl, Katie Boyd? Like, you guys are already doing it, but it's now just about doing it on a little bit more of a concentrated level, where your intention is like, hey, I'm going to help these people. I'm going to like bring them to this place where they are going to be able to level up and change their lives. And guess what? The quid pro quo, because remember, it's all about universal energy. You're going to get paid for it. So I'm excited. Joe says, exactly, Kathy, you can totally just be 1000% authentic. And that's the thing too, is like, you see all these people, they go live on like Instagram, they go live on Facebook, and they're like, hey girl, so I'm this protein shake and blah. It's like scroll. But if someone's telling me something like, hey, like this is where my life was at, and you're fucking raw and you're real and you're like speaking truth, like I am here for it, especially right now, because I feel like our bullshit meters are so high right now that we can smell bullshit coming a mile away. And I don't ever want anyone to feel salesy and like sleazy, and like that is not, and you guys know me, like that is not how I sell. Like when I'm showing up and I'm serving, y'all know I'm serving. I don't even talk about sales. But when I'm selling, I'm going to serve, but you bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to say, and by the way, I have this thing that I'm selling. There's no like gray area with me. It's black or white. Like I'm never going to make you feel like I'm trying to be your friend or I'm trying to slide into your DMs or I'm trying to like, I don't do that. And I think that that's why people respect me. And I can't tell you like how many people I get a day in my inbox DMing me on Instagram being like, hey girl, you look like you really enjoy health. I have this such and such for you. I'm like, no, thank you. It could literally be like the fountain of youth, but because they slid into my DMs and they don't even know me and they spell my name wrong. Like, it's just so atrocious. And like, I'll give you an example. Like a couple of weeks ago, I had posted a protein shake recipe on my Instagram. And I don't sell any of the products except one product that goes in this protein shake, right? Like there's like 5 different things that go in this protein shake. And out of all of it, I only sell one of the products, right? And I don't even talk about the sales. I just say, this is like what I use. I don't say like, DM me for more information, nothing. Okay. And one of the things that I put in my protein shake is collagen, and it's from Garden of Life. It's a beef collagen. And so this girl DMs me and she's like, hey girl, have you ever tried like a liquid collagen? And I said, actually I have. And unfortunately it hurts my stomach. I don't know what is in it, but I just shit my pants. Like as soon as I drink it, it's like 2.2 seconds. I have like explosive fucking diarrhea. Right. And
Yeah, you know.
right. This is normal. And you know what she says to me? She goes, girl, anything for beauty, like take one for the team. Swear to God. I was like, is this bitch fucking for real? So I pretty much like DM'd her back and I was like, I don't know if you know who I am, but like I sell shit every day and this is not the way you fucking sell shit. Maybe you should come and take a one-on-one with me and I will teach you actually how to sell because this is disgusting. And I actually voice clipped that to her. And then she like unfollowed me and blocked me or whatever. But I was like, fuck you, bitch. Like, okay, I'm going to hurt myself and blow fucking diarrhea out of my ass so that you make money off of selling your junky ass collagen. And you spelt my name wrong when you DM'd me. You spelt my name Katy. Okay. Like enough, or you can tell it's also like people will DM you or they'll voice clip you and they'll be like, hey girl, because they took that same DM or they take that same voice clip and they send it to 500 people. So like, that is not the way we sell. That's not the way I sell. 98% of the shit that I do on a daily basis is free. Like I did not make $1 last night. I don't get a cut of anything Amanda Greco, the esthetician, makes. I don't get free facials. I pay for my facials. Ask Amanda. This is a true story. I don't make a cut of any of the things she sells. I actually just genuinely fucking love her. Genuinely. And she's so amazing at what she does that I know that she can educate and empower everybody about their skin. Okay. That's it. Same thing with my Botox girl. I don't make a dime. I pay for my Botox and it's expensive. But I guess what? I'm going to have her come on and speak all about fillers and Botox for anyone that's interested. Same thing with the Goddess Gathering last night. I did that for free. I didn't make a dime. Kim is texting me. She goes, you need to charge for this. I was like, she goes, it was so good. It was so good. And I'm like, thank you. But for me, it's like 98% of what I do is free because the way I show up is like, I want people to go, wow, this bitch just gave me so much for free. What is it going to be like when I actually pay her money to do something with her? And that's what real sales is all about. And I don't care what your business is and what you do for a living. If you just listen to the words I'm saying and you apply it to your own business and your own life, you will be wealthy beyond imagination. Kim says, here's the deal. It's no different than you sharing your first pumpkin spice latte of the season or a cute Christmas find from Target. If you truly love the Ambitchious movement, you can speak authentically. You're not selling, you are serving and can change someone's life. The money you get is the cherry on the pie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Joe. But that's one of the reasons you are the queen. Thank you. I appreciate that. You help adjust other women's crowns and don't look for anything other than them elevating. And that's true. That's true. But
Can I come in?
Yeah, of course you can.
My video's like delayed, so I'm gonna have to fix it. I have a Zoom at 7.
Well, it's fine.
But look, I can speak authentically because when I started, I couldn't even walk 2 laps around 500, that was 1,000 steps. I couldn't even walk that. 3 weeks into the plan, I was like walking 10,000 steps without the pain, a little bit of discomfort, but no pain. And that was a game changer, but that was just part of it. I mean, that was physical. This, when you say non-negotiable spiritual practices, I mean, that just resonates with me. I have it written down. Like I'm at my desk every day because of what I do. I have this shit that you say right here in front of me. And so I am like living it. And
Yes, you are.
people have been like, God, you're like so different than what you used to be. And I was like, thank Katie Boyd.
Well, but you know what though? Like there's a lot of people that work with me and they don't use the tools. They show up, they pay all this money and then like they fall apart and then they blame me, where like all of the people that are here tonight, like they show up, they do the work. And like when they're having a shit bag day, they're just like, okay, I'm going to point my finger back at myself and I'm going to take radical responsibility. And that's why you all are doing so well in your life and you're leveling up. And that's why other people aren't. And guess what? That's okay. But if you could go and talk to anybody about who you were when you first started and who you are now, like it's night and freaking day. It's like total opposite ends of the spectrum. And I think that gives people hope. It truly gives people hope. And I think it's really important, Kath, to be an expander. Like I keep talking about this word and I don't think people really understand it, but an expander is someone in your life that maybe has a very similar background than you, that made it and leveled up, and it shows you that you can do the same thing. And I feel like I'm really like that for so many people. You guys know my story. Like I came from nothing. And to be who I am today, like it's pretty, and I'm tooting my own horn, it's pretty fucking amazing. But guess what? I knew on a deep soul level that there was just so much more out there for me. And I knew that if I was going to stay mediocre and I wasn't going to step outside of my comfort zone, that I would never, ever, 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 ever be the person I am today. And so everything that you see, like the wealth, the joy, the relationships, the everything that I possess is because I did shit on a daily basis that made me want to shit in my own pants with fear. Right. And that's why I always say it's the hero's journey. So when you're an expander, you tell people like, I was this, then I took all these steps and now look at me. I'm the hero of my own story. And that's what gives people hope. And that's what expands people. Because if you can show people like, hey, this is who I was and this is who I am now, there's nothing more incredible than that. That is why, not to talk about old shit, but when we were doing Ambitchious 28, like a while ago, when COVID first happened, and remember everyone was like taking their pictures and showing their like transformation photos and all that stuff. Like I would show people like your photos like out and people would be like, oh my God, like this woman is not even the same person. And I was like, that was 28 days. She did that in 28 days. And people would literally look at me and say, you're a liar, you're lying. And I'm like, no, I'm not lying. Like this was 28 days, right? So when you show people transformational photos, when you tell your story, that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear like, hey girl, like I got a good thing for you, some protein powder that are going to make you poop in your pants. Like those people don't care. They don't give a fuck about you. But actually I do. And I get so much joy out of watching people grow. I don't know, maybe I'm a psychopath, but I do. Kim saying, I just said this the other day, reviewing pics. Kim actually texted me the other day. This is no word of a lie. And she said to me, holy fuck, I was just going through all the A28P pictures from last year. And she goes, damn, these fucking pictures are incredible. These transformations are incredible. And Kim said it the best, stories sell. So when you can tell your story and do it from an authentic place, you could sell like snow to an Eskimo, you can, but you have to do it in a way where it's like it's pure of heart. And you set your intentions before you do it to like help people. Because right now, as you know, if you're living in this fucking dimension, People are fucked up right now, man, more than they ever have been in their entire lives, more than they ever have been since the dawning of whatever the hell this whole Maya is called. Okay. This whole illusion that we're all living in. So if you can show up and you can help someone, I'm telling you, it's going to, like, it's almost like I say, like, you're filling up your spiritual bank. Every time you do something like this, you're taking gold coins and you're filling up your spiritual bank. Kim says, we've been doing this since before there was a handbook. You're in good hands with us. Remember, guys, I've had a company for over 20 years. Okay. And the things that I've done in my business, like, not many people can say they've accomplished. Same thing with Kim. Her track record is on point. If it wasn't, she wouldn't be my person. Like, Kim is the real deal. Like, she understands social media. She understands sales. She understands service. She understands all this stuff. So whatever we tell you to do, or like the prompts that we give you, or like the little helpful hints, it's not only for Ambitchious, selling for Ambitchious, it's also for your own self. It's also for your own businesses. It's also for your own brands. It's also for your own, whatever you do on a daily basis, because it will jump timelines. It's not just for this, it's for everything. And Kim, you're so right. They are in good hands. So does anybody have any more questions? Because I know that not everybody showed up tonight that said that they wanted to. So I know it's Thursday. Like, by this time of the week, I'm like toast. So I totally understand. But I know a lot of people are going to watch this after. So if you guys can think of any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. If you think of any questions after this, just DM me on the app. Or you can even, because Kim will actually post this on the app for anybody who wants to watch it after the fact. And underneath, if you want to ask questions there, you're more than welcome, whatever is easier for you. But I'm really excited. I think this is going to be an amazing opportunity. I'm more than happy to share the wealth. I mean, you guys have already done so much for me. You know, I wish that I didn't even wait as long as I did to start doing this. But, you know, I had some shit going on. So I'm back. Okay, the bitch is back. So here we are. Okay, so and no one has any more questions, I'm looking so forward to reading all of your Ambitchious ambassador little things that you guys filled out. I'm really excited for that. And like I said, Kim and I will be choosing some people in the next couple of days, because as soon as we choose you, it's straight to work. Oh, and one more thing. I think I said this on the last call, but I wanted just to reiterate this for anybody that didn't hear. What will happen is, if you're chosen for Ambitchious Ambassador, once you start showing up and you start, marketing Ambitchious Academy, what will happen is, when the person goes to buy Ambitchious Academy spot at checkout, for example, it'll say, who referred you to Ambitchious Academy? And it will say, like, Kathleen Ramsey or Sharon Little Orkins or whatever. And that's how we'll keep track of it. And then at the end of the month, every time that we have a sale, we'll cut you a check and we'll send it to you. So that's how it will go. So you don't need a special code or link. And we can, we'll go over this after, once we do all the Ambitchious Academy, Ambitchious Ambassador choice, choosing of the people. But there's no like special crazy stuff. It's just literally like the person's name, and then we will cut you a check. So it will be really super easy and streamlined. And then when you show up and you talk, just say like, hey guys, when you purchase your Ambitchious Academy at checkout, just make sure, to use my name as a referral, and they will, and then we will just keep track of it all. And then, like I said, we'll cut you a check at the end of the month. Simple, easy, straightforward. And, not everybody's tech savvy to get links and codes and all this shit. And that can get, even like, I have codes to certain things and I'm like, I don't even remember what my fucking code is. So like, I can't even freaking do this. Like, I'll be texting Kim, what's my code for this thing? She's like, you are so fucking annoying. Look, when I get 11, I'm having us all do a happy dance. Oh yeah, we'll be doing more than a happy dance, honey. So I guess that's it. I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you everybody for showing up tonight and taking time out of your busy schedules to listen. And like I said, if you have any questions after the fact, don't hesitate to DM me on the app or even ask questions below. And I'm looking forward to doing some big ass shit together. I love you all. And I will see you over on the app. And don't forget to stay ambitious. Mwah! Love you. Bye, y'all.